should men call each other for toxic behavior? Or is it loyalty more important? So for example, if media you twara grand, bro, like she treats you like a king, and should G and I tell you, dog, stop your shit? Otherwise, hey, madam. Or I ride with LSG, whatever he does, I'm for him.
Then you don't love me as your boy.
Nah.
Because if you're not gonna call me out on shit, because remember, when you calling me out, you're not calling me out because you're doing the other person a favor that I'm dating. You're calling me out because I'm fucking up. And you know how my fuck up is going to lead into bigger fuck ups.
Thank you.
I'm going to lose something here. So are you not doing the other person a favor? You're actually showing me, oh, listen, my nigga, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you talking to this girl? Because you've got a girl at your house.
But the ways in which I attain that money is questionable. And when I how ish, dog, I see you popping champagnes or bottles. I want what you have. And I'm telling you, nah, bro. Nah. They don't know. I would say jealous. But Mzuzu, I know what it takes for me to get that money. And I don't want that for you. Instead, nago chala twane askila. It's 9 to 5. Because I know anytime you might be burying me because the life I'm living, it's not suitable. And
you've got a female friend, nah? And you've got a girlfriend as well. So she's looking at your girlfriend and thinking, fuck, this girl is literally being treated like a fucking egg. I wish I was getting treated like that. So what does she do? She's either going to try and destroy what you have, which is going to eventually impact you. And meaning, as much as, yes, she's jealous of the other girl, but
I was about to say,
she knows, yeah,
jealous is on the girl.
It is on the girl, but it also is on you.
Do you think friends of the opposite sex experience the same thing of jealousy and envy? Or is it mostly dominant in same-sex friendships?
Same sex.
Yeah.
But I think anything can land you in that situation.
That's the sad thing.
But I always make this example. You probably heard it before. Yes, anything can land you in jail. You don't have to do any crime for you to land in jail. Anyone can accuse you now about that, right? Mara, you can still get into an accident, but you still need to be cautious.
It's the same thing.
How are you cautious chilling with people that you know anyone can pull up now and then?
Bro, one thing
Clout
about
chasing versus originality. What's you guys?
The thing is, we live in a time whereby social currency is bigger than everything. It's bigger than your own values.
Yeah, practically.
It's bigger than everything that you have been taught.
Mm-hmm.
And you just want to be popular. You just want to blend in.
Yeah, morality.
You just want attention.
Morality is out the window.
Everything that you've been taught is out the window. Beautiful body.
Yes.
You know, the worst thing about baddies, they are inconsiderate. I have my last 1,000.
That's why they call baddies.
Bro, I have my last 1,000. Instead of saying, you know what, let's do this, or whatever the case is, buy a bottle.
Yeah, there was this.
Or take me to lunch or dinner.
Send it to me.
Dog.
I want to go and do my nails.
Yeah, they are very.
It's bare minimum. You can't applaud a fish for swimming.
So what will move on?
The kicker in. Your business kicker in much.
King yo.
Yeah,
police sometimes when you went to like a quarter.
Are we good to go?
But don't change that topic, Nzula Shadow, yeah?
Mzulu is offended. Kagiso, do you mind starting the first one? The first topic, and then I'll move on to the second one.
Nigga, the show has started.
This guy, bro. Yeah. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, let's go. Yes, I've not done this in a while. I forgot what to say. Hello, Global Streetz Live. My name is Witty. We are obviously back at it again. You are watching Global Streetz Live. I meant to say hello, Street Squad. I hope everybody's good. Once again, welcome. You're watching the podcast that will be probably the only one that actually brings you real live stories and just real live scenarios. And I hope you're ready to tune in. I've got my boy Lesego, who is always ready to do the things.
Of course.
I've got Kagiso, who is just as ready.
Yo.
And we are getting into it. How are the boys doing? How's everybody doing? It's been some time, guys. I'm also trying to freshen up here. So what's popping, Lesego? Where have you been, my nigga?
You know, how do you see so?
This
Because you look uncomfortable. Can you just sit back?
Nah, it's probably this jacket.
Because you're like this. What's popping?
Get me a bigger chair, so I can sit. So I can sit behind a bigger table.
No, I'm good. No complaints. Of course, it's been a while, but well, they seeing us at the right time. Go at the platform, go YouTube. But it's been a while since we sat down and had discussions.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, Kagiso.
What's the question, bro?
Still defrosting. I'm saying, how's it going? How have you been?
Bro,
The street squad wants to know how you've been.
I don't know. I think my mind is still asleep.
Nah. I can tell you.
Like I've been awake for almost 6 hours, but no, man, I'm absent-minded today.
You've been defrosting the entire afternoon.
Dog.
No. Probably woke up at 3. This guy in the afternoon. Can't do that. So, let's tune in, guys. Let's get into it. Kagiso, what is on the platform there?
Okay. So since we're all homies, right? So I know it was a bit hotcakes the other time when you spoke about jealousy. No, not jealousy actually. The last time what we spoke about is when one friend makes it before the other friend. Does it change the dynamics of the relationship? So this question now, it's related to that, but just posing a different way or intending to hit a different mark, right? So the question is, jealous friends are often worse than enemies. Can envy destroy support system from the inside? So basically the question is not a statement. So what's your guys' take on that?
What's the question?
So like a jealous friend, right?
Yes.
And to some people, they often perceived worse than an enemy. Because a betrayal from a friend hits home,
of course,
or hurts more than a betrayal from an enemy, right? So the question basically is that can envy destroy support system from the inside?
Inside being?
Like inside the circle.
Like relationship that
envy.
You would have.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Bro, just like you said, it is better to know who that person is is your hater, right? It is way better for the person to hate you openly. It is so fucking... The reason why we have so many people not progressing in life is because, for an example, within families, and that person, you probably interact with them all the time because you're just thinking who they're harmless. Only to find out who... this person despises you and they have tricked you into relaxing and thinking who they're actually for you. That's why you would actually go and speak to them about your plans. But when you speak to them about your plans, they are actually able to infiltrate and stand in your way. They become like 2 steps ahead of you. When I reach next week, I mean, we've heard stories of people saying, they've told delegation they're going to fetch their car from the dealership. On their way home, they get into an accident right off.
inside the dealership, my dog. Have you seen that video?
photo, yeah? Where literally she drives it out of the
yes, with the
dealership
polo. I've seen that.
into the gate
Oh,
or
at
the
least that-
barrier,
Yeah.
the fence.
Hey, but didn't even make it
I saw
outside.
that. I
Wrote
saw
it off
that
inside
polo.
the dealership.
She drove right straight.
And I honestly thought she did not know how to drive.
Yeah, I think that was the case.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything else. I think she just did not know how to drive. And now, yeah, paddles were probably just a bit of a problem, you know. But just coming back to now what you are asking, I totally feel that it will destroy what you actually have, because you must remember as friends, you know, or as friends, I would trust you to be one that is rooting for me. I would immediately think you are rooting for me. So as soon as you have some sort of resentment or an agenda to just ensure that whatever that I want in my life is not what you want me to have, then that's just gonna fuck up everything. Like should I then find out whether you've just been hindering my progress, or you're trying to do everything to just ensure that I don't get what I want to get, then I'm gonna be very hurt or very sad about it. It goes back to taba ya gore, if I'm your friend and if I'm making it very well, you are definitely going to make it too. So whatever that you are doing as my friend, now that's how I treat my friends. You say, if you're my friend and if I'm successful, or if I've got a plug, or if there's something that you specialize in and I know somebody who can connect you, I'll definitely ensure that you're connected into that space or your field of whatever that it is that you'll be doing. So I look at it as so if you're gonna fuck me over, you're actually literally fucking yourself over.
They don't care.
You know, unfortunately, they don't care and they don't probably see it like that. I just don't want him to have it.
It's a thing of, you know how they say, the people who are loyal, normally they have nothing. Mutu will take their last cent to go and buy something that's going to destroy you.
Yeah.
Instead of buying something from the same place,
Yeah,
or from
to
the same
better
lab,
themselves, yeah.
to actually elevate themselves. They won't.
Yeah.
They don't
that's
care
true.
about that.
Let me put in a plot twist, right? So the plot twist is, let's look at the positivity of jealousy and envy, ne? So most people use them interchangeably, ne? But jealousy is basically you saying, I don't want you to have what I have, ne?
Okay.
And envy, it's you wanting,
Or not wanting.
it's you wanting someone else's stuff.
Okay.
That's
okay,
envy.
okay.
I understand. So
Become
now,
envious.
before I drive my point, do you guys think jealousy and envy can be seen in a positive light?
No.
Nah, bro, I don't see any
Never.
positive part of it.
Okay.
There's
so,
no
You
positive.
see the thing is, nah, I don't think there's a positive light when it comes to jealousy. I think rather than maybe call it inspiration.
okay, let me put it this way. Then.
Yeah.
So
envy
now,
and jealousy are mostly associated with bad. So if I come to him like, do you really inspire me? Yes, I might want what you have, but I don't firstly want you to lose it. But I also, and at the same time, I don't feel like you don't deserve it. It's more of you are literally driving me to push more so that I can be at your level. I'm not saying I want an exact same lifestyle that you have, but the current lifestyle or the current position that you are in life is inspiring. So I'm literally looking at it and I'm like, fuck, I'm inspired by you and I want to reach where you've reached.
Okay,
Can you
so-
teach
so-
me a few things?
so let's say for example, right? Get clever, ne? Or rather, in society, I'm perceived as someone that has money, but the ways in which I attain that money is questionable. And when how dog, I see you popping champagnes or bottles. I want what you have, and I'm telling you, nah, bro, nah. They don't know. I would say jealous, but Mzuzu, I know what it takes for me to get that money, and I don't want that for you. instead nago chala twana eskila. Tamos pana 9 to 5. Because I know anytime you might be burying me because the life I'm living, it's not suitable. And I'm telling you, nah, I don't want this for you. But when you perceive it as jealousy.
I believe everybody has a choice. So be transparent.
No, I can't.
Why not to fitisa ditabataka bangtwa?
Okay, well, I don't know, but just have some level of coming to an agreement with that particular individual. Because yes, it will come across as though you are hiding shit from me.
Rightfully so.
In order to make it.
I'm protecting me and I'm looking out for you.
Yeah, but I don't know you're looking out for me. I'm thinking you're just being a dick about it.
Nah, don't want
So have a way to say it without without actually putting it out. Just be like, look, dog, what I'm into is a bit extreme.
Let me put it this way.
I wish I could tell you, but currently I can't tell you because
even if you can say that, the person will say, Wangwala.
Sure.
You can say, oh, this is the most dangerous. That person is going to say, those are just excuses.
Or for example, ne, Mbalu lang sikisa, ne, and when shebile Mbalu or your dog, hey, mano, she's just getting thick up by the day. I'm liking her, and I'm saying, don't go there, my boy. Why? And I'm telling you, trust me, don't go there, my boy. Because now I'm popping pills every day because hey, Mbalu lang gets at 30. And then when you wanna go there and
but that's what I'm saying. Find a way. You know, unfortunately, as human beings, we always want to find a reason for being rejected or just why things are not going the way we want them to go. So unfortunately, that's just how we are wired as human beings. So just give me some sort of.
So I must tell you I'm popping pills.
No, you don't have to tell me you're popping pills. And honestly speaking, you can be like, hey, dude, you can create a scenario and say, dude, I know of a person that actually is of a certain status due to this woman or due to this girl. So I'm just warning you simply because of that. Case closed.
No, you've been there.
I've not been there. Okay, well, fine. Okay, maybe if it's a situation where I know you've been there, make a plan. Like make it decide.
But check it this way.
No plan that cannot be made.
But now, if you want reason from everything your boy says, is he really your boy?
But come on, bro. It's not even about you wanting reason. It's just more of fill me in.
No, I can't. But that's the thing.
But why can't you?
You know there was this.
Because can expose Alinda.
Come on.
There was this thing.
Why are we boys? And if you feel like I'm exposing you, if we are boys, you must be able to be transparent. And
why we're not
if you are boys, you must be able to trust me when I say don't.
Exactly.
But I can say the same thing. Just if you're boys, then you should be able to tell me whatever the fuck is going on in your life.
Yeah, if we're boys, you must trust me. Don't go there.
There was this movie, but by the clip thing on TikTok. This guy goes to his homeboy. He's like, we're gonna do some fucked up shit. It might get us in shit. Don't ask any questions. Ride along.
Yeah,
and the guy just says, say when. And he just goes. He doesn't. Why? Because he knows his boy won't put him in that situation unless they need to be in that situation. So if I'm telling you, go phone like 11, dog, I'm in a tight spot. I'm gonna come fetch you now. Oh, but like no, 20 minutes call, go explain what's happening and. I think
that's a bit different, man. That's like spur of the moment thing. Like that's really different. I don't think it's an example and I hear it, but it's a bit different. Like that's a situation that you feel like is an emergency that we need to attend to. So obviously I'm not gonna delve into one.
Okay, you know why I say that now? If you ask people that feel like someone else is jealous about them, they can only list one thing. And in some cases, it's not even a repeated offense. It's something that happened only once. But since then, they've made up their mind or this person is jealous about them.
Mamela, the other thing about this is that imagine we are out, Kokuvung, and then there's a girl that you see, right? Now I know this girl, and then now I didn't tell you who I know this girl. And then when I see you speaking to her, the next thing when you're my lazy, and then kibuza whoever that we came with, Bombali ba tlo re bolaya. Thola wena o bona. Tshwantse ko founele ke re ntwana go utlwa ba go vailele mali. Make an excuse and tell her go na le emergency elsewhere. Don't go there. I don't have time at the time to tell you what's happening. What's wrong, Kambali?
You see there, that's like that is also like an emergency to say one parallel to say, dude.
Okay, so
this
what's
was
not an emergency, guy?
An emergency is me being like, hey, dude, I really like what you do, or I really like how you are just carrying yourself, and you know, I can see like you're living a proper life or a good life, and yeah, you know, I'm inspired. Can you maybe show me a few strings?
And
it's not an emergency. In a case where on phone to say it's wada, that's an emergency to say, I will not want to ask questions. I'll want to just fuck off. I'll ask you later. I'll definitely ask you later, but I'm not going to ask you there to say, hey.
He's still going to ask.
I'm still going to fucking ask. I want to know. Why on such situation? I want to know.
But you know, some things don't need explanation, boy. For example, if Kirueti gets some shiga, because now what happens no unkwateti or shit goes south with us. Then when o somponetse nje. Unkatsamaya o re pari ele e tshwara batho po shapa dika.
And that's actually another thing to say. One thing I've actually just realized also just about myself. I've fallen out of relationships with just people in general, but I've never gone out to spill beans because I just have that, and not everybody's like that.
Of
but
course, I was about to go there.
I just have that thing to say, you told me this in confidence. So if I'm gonna now go out there and start telling the whole world, then that also just shows that I don't respect myself, and I also don't respect the trust that you gave me when we were still good.
And it also shows who you're a bitch nigga.
It also shows that I'm a bitch nigga.
So Mvana, I think when it comes to your boys, your friends, someone that you're close with, you should be able to also read in between the lines when someone is not comfortable with telling you what's happening.
Right, if we're boys, bro.
For an example.
It's like when your parent bare chomia hawa ke motlusisi. Ska plomali kg anymore. And most times when our parents warned us about our friends, they never told you why. They just said
Don't,
yes.
Terrible example. Now we can't I don't feel like we can compare parents with friends. Like, parents are different. Parents hardly tell us any reason why they stop us from doing certain things.
For an example, let me
talk. We are friends. We met because we decided to meet. Parent Jaka, I didn't ask for them to birth me. Now I'm literally wanting to chill with you.
Let me put it this way, ne? I'm simply protecting you without spilling my beans.
And at the same time, you protect our
Yes.
Why? I must know everything about you just like you must know everything about me.
No, bro, you don't have to know everything.
No, secret.
So if 455 sa batlo ema ke shapambali mo bani tshwantse ke tlo wena ke GA 45 ne sa batlo ema.
Yeah, Clout 2.
I want to talk to someone.
You know, men's health, we will make a plan, you know. Okay, let's move on, guys. I think this is a very, it's a topic that, we can literally just take the entire day just talking about. So there's no really side to say this is the right side or this is the good side. Or from my conclusion,
I know you guys don't believe in opposite sex friendship, ne? But if you guys just had to think out of the box in J, do you think friends of the opposite sex experience the same thing of jealousy and envy? Or is it mostly dominant in same-sex friendships?
Same sex.
Yeah. So no. I think it does also happen in opposite sex relationships. I think there will always just be. It goes back to say, we are all human. We all have feelings, and if your female friend feels like, Kagiso is making it in life, and I'm not, or vice versa, your female friend is making it in life, even though it might not have as many occurrences as the same sex, but it does also happen.
Now I think jealousy, yes, would exist in opposite sex friendships, but not envy. Because in most cases, what women aim for and what men aim for, they're not the same. So, for example, Machita.
But what could I be jealous of?
So here's an
So jealous for
Here's an example.
Example, uthole hore fine, like sa battle in as in pinchaka ne.
Sure.
But akim ngani G. And for the mere fact hore you're giving it up for G. Yang Kenya tabaye.
Oh, here's
Is
another
it not
example.
coming from a place of maybe there's something wrong you see about she. Maybe it comes from a place of being protective.
There is in most cases, yes. The reason envy high exists. Men always aim for the same goal. That's why hardly do they plug each other. Because you would have what I have, and I don't want you to have what I have. And in most cases, it's very rare to have friendships where they don't mind the hierarchy. Men always want to be top tier. And in most cases, they will challenge each other without even speaking or talking about it. With women, they won't. But to challenge in because I battle into a battle.
So here's an example. You've got a female friend, nah? And you've got a girlfriend as well. So she's looking at your girlfriend and thinking, fuck, this girl is literally being treated like a fucking egg. I wish I was getting treated like that. So what does she do? She's either going to try and destroy what you have, which is going to eventually impact you. And meaning, as much as, yes, she's jealous of the other girl, but
I was about to say
she knows,
the jealous is on the girl.
It is on the girl, but it also is on you because it'll come to you. Meaning, if she's willing to destroy that girl or what that girl has, she's also destroying you. To say, you're also going to get hurt from the fact that should you and that girl not make it,
maybe I'm gonna
it's
be
also
affected, not being. She's not jealous of me, but of the girl and how she's getting treated. So maybe I'm going to be impacted by the whole thing.
But you'll be impacted regardless of whether she's jealous of you or the
it's still
girl.
not jealousy.
It kind of is. To say, Luana, she ends up disliking you because she feels like
You know
you're
what?
just too good.
They end up being possessive, especially ubanyana baba. La sa ba atli but habatli ngwanyana mong abe na ilwe.
She's jealous of
So
you.
she's jealous of that.
Or it could be that thing you're ring. She's now feeling like this girl is treating you well.
You know what? There's been, I've had female friends back, when you start dating, it's gonna be a problem because now what I get from you,
I will not be
it
getting
won't be the case anymore. Or for example, come, let's go grab lunch. Or maybe, hey, it's been a rough month. I understand.
Sure.
And it's that thing, once you start dating, you won't be able to do that anymore. The boundaries will be thicker.
Yeah, of course.
Understand? Not to wow battle as a partner, no. It's just the benefits they get from you, they won't be getting it anymore.
Yeah.
So even if your partner is good for you, but they will have that jealousy, because of you, I'm no longer getting what I used to get.
So the jealousy is towards who? This one.
But it's still impacting you.
Yeah, it's still impacting
Yeah, well,
you.
I'm gonna be impacted. But
Yeah, the fact
jealousy
that it's impacting you,
it's still not towards me.
It
It is because
Yeah,
that's
it is.
jealousy.
It's still jealousy. It's
Huh?
just that now there's a third party that is now making that jealousy seem like it's for them.
No, she's envious to the partner, but she's jealous. Kawen.
Okay. She's jealous, Kanna. Okay.
This jealousy envy thing. Yeah. Guys, let's get out of it. Let's get out of it. Like we spent like a good amount of time on it. And that's literally like what? The second topic, first topic?
The first one.
Yes, it's even worse. What's next? He actually went on to different thingy, so I was a bit lost.
You always lost, nigga. And I was the one defrosting today.
No, you started with what you were not supposed to start with. I was looking at it from like the very get-go. And then, yeah, you jumped onto a different...
Okay, so in relation to like being homeboys or homegirls or friendship, whatever the case is, this is towards men. or namachita. And I think it will be a good thing for us to throw our 2 cents in it. Ne? Should men call each other for toxic behavior? Or is it loyalty more important? So, for example, if media you twara grand, bro, like she treats you like a king, and febela, should G and I tell you, dog, stop your shit? Otherwise, hey, madam. Or I ride with LSG, whatever he does, I'm for him.
Then you don't love me as your boy.
No.
Because if you're not gonna call me out on shit, because remember, when you calling me out, you're not calling me out because you're doing the other person a favor that I'm dating. You're calling me out because I'm fucking up. And you know how my fuck up is going to lead into bigger fuck ups.
Thank you.
I'm going to lose something here. So are you not doing the other person a favor? You're actually showing me, oh, listen, my nigga, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you talking to this girl? Because you've got a girl at your house.
You know what's
so
funny?
You're doing me a favor by protecting me.
I never to derive a bit. The next video this morning, but it's just like a voice note. Hello, phone pinche ya guy. Basically was Zulu, ne? But basically, yo, what's about chomia how hoiti wang febel? No man, es ka moara hoiti harati zandile man. Ke chomia hae zandile. Ebe kela makwatse bo bua le zandile ona tje. Are yo. I know, mamela, kela topa corn. But basically, it's linking to what we are talking about now, loyalty versus being straightforward with your own boy.
If you're gonna keep quiet while I'm fucking up my own life, you don't love me. I'm telling you, you don't fucking love me. Especially like your example is saying, you've got a girl that treats you like a king. Now imagine I'm losing that over something that is just appealing.
Yeah.
Doesn't even act in
Nothing.
that way.
Doesn't add anything weighty in your life.
I'm fine.
Now, then I'm in agreement to say, you know, I believe in a call out or call out on each other relationships. You know, to say, if I am fucking up, I would expect to be told that, hey, dude, Mona, I think you're drifting off. You know, obviously respectfully so.
Of course.
We respect each other. But
Yeah.
we set up we need to sit down and say, dude, we're thinking more you are on the other side. You know, Mona Kibonankarekwe no wrong. It's the same thing to say, if I come to you and I'm like, hey, dude, you know, this girl, we had an argument yesterday. You know, I'm telling her that, you know what, you know, I'm going out with the boys and we're going to Cape Town for, you know, 5 weeks. And, you know, she's feeling like, what am I going to be spending time for 5 weeks on vacation for? She's feeling like I'm wasting money and whatever and shit. You know? And you as my boy feel like, yeah, well, dude, you actually told me the other day that you wanted to actually build a pool in your home for your kids. And now here you are, you're going to actually spend 100K in Cape Town with your boys. Don't you feel like you should actually maybe take half of that vacation money and maybe just save it up, put it towards the pool? You know, so yes, that's just another example of just calling out. There are more dense examples that maybe are, you know, more, you know, intense
also, I
and
think
stuff. But
the bigger part of the calling out is the respect of it.
Yeah.
Because when I say call me out, I don't expect you now so vice grip. Wow,
sometimes
it's necessary.
Sometimes
well, it's
plus it's not a cheese cup, right? Put that frame with the knuckles.
But you know, some of the call outs are, I won't say extreme, but they end the relationship.
You see,
So there was this guy who, I mean, get friendship and they both married and whatnot. Ne? Oh, were they both? I don't recall, but they both have kids. So the guy's like, you know what? I love this boy, but what he's doing, I don't agree with it, and I can't associate myself with such people. So I'm gonna end my relationship because of that. Or how you gonna be an absent father? Ngwana hao o ya skila sana diaparo tse grand tsa sekolo ka o ditlapong, you popping thousands every weekend, but you're not looking out for your own blood. So in my instance, when I look at my kids, I want to give them the
So
world.
much, yeah.
So how can I
Associate myself, and that
Yeah,
makes sense.
so he's like,
now I'm
you know
in
what?
agreement with that
I
person.
can't fuck with such.
True, because it as much as I think it also comes from birds of the feather flock together in a way. The reason why we have that type of expression is because if you, as my friend, you are going to allow me to do bullshit, then it means you would do the same bullshit. So for that person to actually say, I'm sorry, I'm out of this shit, it means vele, that's not how they live. That's not how they want to be associated or seen. And that's unfortunately it's a very sad thing to say, yes, you're going out popping bottles and you name it, but then they don't have the simplest of things.
That means rechiving LSG.
What do you mean?
Because we associate LSG, but hold on,
Why I'm so now. Go on and talk about something. He's like ready to just fire at me. Not a chance.
But now, do you guys think both can coexist? You can
Both?
call out your boy and also be loyal.
What do you mean?
So for example, do you think you can tell him, like, my nigga,
Like bad and the good.
yeah, like you fucking up with this girl, ne? But when the girl comes out like, hey, Chio, hey, KG, it's a so, but no, man, skawar, hi, it's depressed, too sad, skawar, like
So-
he's dealing to his own shit, but knowing well, or your boy is fucking up.
So that does happen a lot. Whereas you can call out your boy, but because you love him and he's your boy. You know what? You're not like him, but you feel him. He's your person. You've been together for the
No, you
past
love him. Why
10.
are you running away from love?
No, that's what I just said. You love him. He's
You
your
said
boy.
You move from you love him, and then you said you feel him.
Yeah, I feel him. Like as in he's your boy. Like
Yeah, you love him.
I said, love him. What's wrong with love him?
You move from love to feel.
What's wrong with feel?
Why feel?
But feel isn't like not physically feel.
No, I'm not saying that. You move.
Feeling meaning like you're
moved
taking one more
away
first
from
time.
love. Listen, you moved away from love as if there's something wrong with loving your boy.
No, I didn't move away from it. I'm just describing all the emotions that you have for your boy.
All right, sorry, my bad.
Or all the all what connects you with your
sorry,
with your
sorry,
boy.
sorry.
You know what? So is that thing okay? One first time he's your boy. You've been together for the past 10 years, 15, 20 years. You know what? So you don't want to break what he has, but at the same time, you're trying to guide him into something better. And sometimes it's a process. Sometimes you need to just show this individual because you love him so much, you're not ready to give up on him. You feel like, wait, King, there's a lot of things that I can teach you as a friend, and it is going to take a while because you're already used to this lifestyle of just fucking around, popping balls, whatever. But there's another good in you that I see that I want you to shift into. Hona no yes, so corruption if already king on so puppety lifestyle. But let's move you into where you belong. People of your caliber, people of your standard, where you should actually be. Anton. So to answer your question, it's very much possible. And I think in most relationships, that's how it actually is. You get the good and the bad. To say he's a bad guy and he's a good guy, and then their worlds just somehow connect.
If the same person doesn't change, would you eventually walk away?
I don't know. Like,
Okay, that's a no.
you see, the thing is, it just depends on what it is that is bad. Like,
You know, the only time I would walk away, it's when, because sometimes, for an example, girls do this a lot. Well, we see it from these shows on TV. They would say, "Wow, santsane o tsamaya tšhomi ya hao so because ha nyala and wena o nyetse." So your lifestyles are totally different now because I can't trust you with this guy when you are telling me who you guys are going out to a club. You feel like going to a club and partying. One. And for an example, I do know who people that are usually married, they do a lot of couples outing.
Retreats and
Yeah, so they will go out maybe on a lodge or whatever as couples together. So that those are the circles that understand each other. Yeah, we need to go there as a couple.
True.
And in order for us to be able to feel like we're understanding our situation, we need to invite another couple, whether married or not. But it needs to be a couple. As opposed to be tabaya gore santsane ke via le khuitsi one ne ke amtseba khuitsi one vele a re fitla da tlapong o tla ba a winkanyana
khuitsi one wa modimo. Yo, how sa re tabiso re khuitsi one.
So I think also at the same time, I don't think niggas do listen to their girls because they know what they're talking about. That's why I can't remember the stats, but they said the more people that have subscribed to OnlyFans are married people.
Shit, that's fucked up.
That's crazy stat. That's a crazy stat.
Oh.
And among the reason women live longer than men, I mean, that's one of the reasons men die quicker than women.
Because?
Why would a married man subscribe to OnlyFans?
My nigga.
What is he trying to de-stress or run away from?
Stress.
But honestly, bruh, it doesn't matter how toxic Khoiti is, but if Hunna is good, fuck it, let him burn everyone else.
He's burning his own life too. That means you don't love him.
No, you know, Nakong, you can.
That's why it depends on.
Sometimes you can't control what the person decides. You can tell him. Wabona hasa chile ebata my top untredit.
Yeah.
Ebata ya go chait.
No, hasa chile ha ba tlo utlwa wena gore o re maraku jedit. He's going to be there.
No, but he will know.
Of course he's going to know. But he doesn't want to hear those words from you.
So, like, now I've had a homie, you know what? Not my boy. Life is looking bleak for me. And a very but when I want to why uploma le motho chomana le motho ha grand ihlo. But to me, na le grand. Like all the way till we went our separate ways. Like na le grand like 99 like ke motho maybe anang tlhalifisa ke bona ka re ke robetse nyana boy 1212 1212 1212. But he didn't give a fuck about his life. I'm not gonna say dog, we don't aim for the same thing in life. Like sometimes I won't even say angels, but there's people that are sent to your life to make sure you're guided to a certain extent. Practically. But it doesn't mean they must share the same sentiments as you do.
Yeah, or same goals, or same. You know,
but
that's why I know Botsa to say
somehow
would I get rid of them. It was difficult to answer. To say, you know, it probably depends on the magnitude of what they actually are up to. That is pressing me to say, sorry man, I can't be with you anymore. Yes, if it's a personal bambang kunzi, every time I can aliena fella, kilika mokoloing, kibambile lefty, I drive a kolo, stop a kolo, check. Then that's like, oh shit, I'm fucking, part of this shit, But if it's other matters that are like, okay, a much, whatever, they're bad, but they're not as intense when it comes to.
They don't involve you in those.
Yeah, they don't immediately like put your life at risk. Then you can have that leniency. And unfortunately, you can still have that type of relationship where you get the bad guy, you get the good guy.
Because sometimes you, the good person, share light into their life.
Yeah. Because then and
that's why they keep you around. Or you know what? Not only, like, fucked up. You're the only person that asked me, Grand, Ojile, no, my boy, Claria Church, let's go to a library. No, clinic. Like, you look out for him, and so does he. Like, when I was saying, if, like, one year was like, I never told me your church homeboy, okay, my boy, this is the situation. Now, you're not out here, toxic.
Then I've got like two or three friends, that are doing things that are like just out of
Kingly.
But I see or we're thinking how they treat me is totally different from the lives that they live. Like when I'm there, they ensure I'm catered for. Get set up your boy. and I sometimes watch this shit. I'm like, fuck, these niggas are actually up to this fucking shit.
I know whole about with a cheese boy. For example, go Yizo. Hotman la teaser.
Yes.
He would do fucked up things, but he would make sure he goes to school.
Exactly.
He goes to varsity.
He'd make sure he's got money.
That.
He's covered for school.
Haba senior school, you know what? Leave it up to me. Let me fix these boys. But he knows he's doomed. But he wants the best out of you.
So that's
there was I think it was a movie, yeah, nearly movie. So this girl, no, or was it a real thing? No, I think it was a movie. So this girl, Namatari Athletics, name, she was like very fast, and then it's like national Olympics type of shit. So the person I'm inviting ne, umubitite ko kasi, ko partying. So but like the gang members, Crips and Bloods, and how about fitla? But no. What are you doing here? I don't know, I just came here to have fun, but no. Leave. This is not your scene. You know what? And I don't want that for you. But if you need anything, give me a call. If you need shoes for running, or you need this, give me a call. I'll sort it out for you. Understand? So there's some people who they won't change the life of a pillar simply because you tell them to change it. But towards you, I don't make sure you are sorted. How do you cut out such a person?
Exactly. That's what I'm also trying to understand. You say, this boy clearly loves me. Yes, he's up to mischief, things that I'm not necessarily going to be in line with. But because I knew him from a time before he started this bullshit, he still treats me the way that he did back then. So now I'm like, am I really getting rid of him? Yes, sometimes I'm like, hey, dude, but hey, this thing, I think we should just whatever. But yeah, it's not easy for him because maybe they're now over Tlawadef,
Not don't wanna lie to you. I'm on you're going.
But that's why I get you getting one thing about them, they respect me. They'll never do anything dumb in my presence. They'll never do anything that's going to fuck me over. So that's the respect that they give me. And the protection that they also give me to ensure we're not going to get up to mischief
for
just
example,
out of the blue.
Let's say but the thing is I would say number one.
You understand?
That's
why I'm not a lawyer. They will fucking get us out of
those kind of people. Those kind of people talk litsatsi party ulusidi bona maponisa atla vele ba batla ba linki kaofela. You just chilling. Or they were up to some mischief with dangerous people. No. So for me, especially I don't mind dying. Anything that's gonna get me to jail, fuck it.
This guy's like, I don't mind dying. Like,
But I think that anything can land you in that situation.
That's the sad thing.
But I always make this example. You probably heard it before. Yes, anything can land you in jail. You don't have to do any crime for you to land in jail. Anyone can accuse you now about that, right? Mara, you can still get into an accident, but you still need to be cautious.
It's the same thing.
How are you cautious chilling with people that you know anyone can pull up now and then?
Bro, one thing about me, I believe in destiny. With them? And I believe in destiny. Yeah, it also depends. If you're chilling in a public place, then obviously there's not going to be that thing that they're going to come and fucking you know?
But now the question also now pointed to who and LSG is that don't you think you are now controlling?
No, I'm not controlling anyone. I'm just telling you, don't you think maybe there's something else that you can do? What? No, something.
But that's what I mean controlling, because when we suggest that.
I'm not forcing him to do it. If he doesn't want to do it, I don't want to get myself in trouble by being associated with him.
You kila shapo el khata man.
Mfana, the stories.
Ke abotsa gore wena kila shapo el khata.
The stories.
Ke re kila shapo el khata na.
About lo so ka.
Ke abotsa gore
kile
wa shapo el khata na. Bu araba bu so mfana araba bu kila shapo el khata.
To an abandoned building.
But okay, now what if Okay, never mind. What is never fair? But
Nah, but you know, yeah, that's like
certain-
Now I don't wanna lie to you, Mfana.
you know why I say that LSG, ne?
Well, if
Okay, never
can
mind.
I, can
Never
I just
mind
make an
illegal.
example, ne? Can I just make an example? If my friend is in your base, I can keep that friend. I can try my.
he can still
my
get
best.
arrested. But
He's more fucked up than Mutu.
exactly.
He's not fucked up.
He is.
Exactly. All the fun. Because
I can keep in your pace
sometimes, ne? Well, many stories that I've heard, but tuba kening huri drugs in.
We're associated with people
There was
who,
spite.
yeah,
Uthole omong na shapazolo kanti it's laced.
exactly.
Then they get hooked. But be that as it may, LSG, ne?
Tell them what drinking.
Fuck, you get the point in a good driver
Shame
before
with drinking.
get
Now, for you to be addicted in anything, you have to have that addictive personality like yours.
Nah, get out of here, bro.
I'm telling you,
that is not true.
I know
bro.
people that have smoked nyaope and they're not addicts.
I know disciplined people who have gone to the military who are now in fucking Nyaupe.
My nigga,
I'm
I know
telling you,
people
nigga.
that have smoked nyaope and they're not addicts.
Nah, then maybe.
And like, why LSG is rooting for Bunyopes?
Nah, bro, this guy is selling.
Why is he rooting for Bunyopes?
I think it's going into a different business deal this past, weekend. He's literally on. Yeah, he's trying to promote.
So question about a pop aid legends, ne? Who's a whole Nyope about LSG hanyane. Clout chasing by too versus a person who's original. What do you guys take? Never mind in entertainment, but because the question is posed primarily to in entertainment, but it's something we experience even in corporate or whatever the case is. Like, for example, you hear the statements "trip is forever." In. O thole stotla se apere legging, o tshwere slender, o motho wa shwapa antite a subeti hem shirt ka mo hara antite lerao, or whatever the case is. People dressing for not their body type, shit like that. But clout chasing versus originality. What you guys
The thing
think
is,
of
we
that?
live in a time whereby social currency is bigger than everything. It's bigger than your own values.
Yeah, practically.
It's bigger than everything that you have been taught. And you just want to be popular. You just want to blend in.
Yeah, morality.
You just want attention.
Morality is out the window.
Everything that you've been taught is out the window.
Yes.
And unfortunately, a lot of people, they do fall into that thing. I don't know, bro. There's a lot of people that have not. Now I'm telling you, if you're going to fall easily into trends and things that people are doing and you want to do them too, you're still a child. Mfana, the world that we live in now, it needs you to have a very strong mind. Because everything, as soon as you open your phone and you open a social media page or a social media platform, they're trying to influence you one way or another. It's either they're trying to influence you into buying a product, into buying into a certain lifestyle, into buying into certain values. People that never used to go with this thing, a man must give me money. You find them now talking about, now if you're a broke nigga. Don't even look my way. Right? I saw this other podcast the other day. Fuck, I'm going off topic a bit now. I saw this other podcast. Yeah, open chat. Those niggas, they were saying, babies are just a waste of time. Babies.
Oh, can I know, baby?
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Hey, re batlile re kana HIV.
Hey, mapeda batho na
Oh,
tlo re
mapedi na
tshwara.
tlo re tlisa, boss. Hore lona ra raloka lona. Le tletse o raloka.
Nga podcast yang shishimisha buyano.
So those niggas were saying, baddies, they have nothing to offer except for the appealing body.
Yeah.
Most of them, they are dumb. Most of them are airheads. Most of them, they're not educated. Or the only thing that they have is the beautiful body.
I mean, the worst thing about baddies, they are inconsiderate. I have my last 1,000.
That's why they call baddies.
Bro, I have my last 1,000. Instead of saying, you know what? Let's do this, or whatever the case is. Okay. Buy a bottle.
Yeah, there was this.
Or take me to lunch or dinner.
Send it to me.
Dog.
I want to go and do my nails.
Yeah, they are very.
It's bare minimum. You can't applaud a fish for swimming.
I'll only suck your dick. Yeah, but no, I.
She's not even gonna suck that dick, bro. She's just gonna tell you, "Oh, you are lucky you're even getting my attention."
Yo.
Nahan.
Yeah.
Nahan. Do you know how many people I could be talking to right now?
Yo, Mfana.
Babies. Mfana. Babies can make you feel so small. Like they make you feel like you don't matter. Mfana, babies.
Bro, please emphasize on the B. You keep confusing my mind.
Right, no.
Okay, I'm gonna call them bad bitches.
Yeah, what?
I'm gonna call them bad bads. Do I sound like baddies?
Yeah, you keep saying petty.
Then my mind is like, every time I say baddies. I'm like, fuck. If anybody catches this thing midway, we are fucked. My baddies are coming for us. I got family members who are baddies, so calm the fuck down. But no, I'm in agreement with just the fact that it just removes what is important, you know, because there's nothing that beats originality. There's nothing that beats being authentic, you know. It can extend, the whole cloud chasing can go to an extent of a person or that particular individual that is now cloud chasing to do anything for it. And even if it means fucking you over as either a friend, as a family member, as a person that is very close to you, they can actually do that. You know, it does not mean anything to them. Why? Because they're cloud chasing. They're just trying to keep up with the time, you know? And it just also just goes back to what it teaches our children. One thing I've also just realized with the 2000s is that they are so nonchalant, you know? Like they do not give a fuck. Like we were raised in eras where as maybe as a 16-year-old, maybe even when you were like a 25-year-old, because starting employment emergency, or maybe it's a kontlung kapele, you know, nekibele gating, yanong ke atswa ke topa. Ha ke bona mme, when I see an elderly person coming
that you don't know,
that either I know or I don't know, I bracket it.
Of course.
I hide it until I've passed him and then kita tswela pele. Currently, these children literally take photos with you. They're asked to take a photo with you as an adult, and they're literally drinking.
So, photo, they will drink yours.
Yeah, they'll drink yours. So I just feel, you know, yeah, it does, you know, just somehow fuck up the whole real, and everything that has been real all along has now turned into fake, you know? People are trying so much to just stay relevant, and they're doing the worst things to stay relevant, you know? I don't want to touch on this, but there's a show currently in the country where there was like the sex scene. I'm not going to mention any names. There was a sex scene with a particular person that I respected so much. And I felt that the writers to that particular
show on TV
scene could have actually just respected this particular individual, because and you name it. And I don't know who I was having.
Which one is that one?
I don't even know the show. I just saw this on Twitter and they were ranting on it. People had their different views and you name it. But I just felt that
who's the person?
A person of that stature, especially her past and everything, I just feel that role is a bit too much for her. They could have put a younger person in that role to do that sex scene.
My man,
Nah,
show.
not as I don't know the name of the show. Honestly, I don't know the
Okay,
name. I
who's
don't
the
watch.
person?
I don't watch TV. But anyway, is that thing, Yaure? I just felt it was a bit. I don't know. Like I don't want to sound like whatever, but it was a bit disrespectful to her because now I see her as a respected figure in the country. You know, she has paid her dues in the media industry, in the acting industry, in the just.
She could have declined though.
You get what I mean? She could have declined, but you must remember the economy is also fucked up. You decline, next thing you lose your entire role as an individual in that particular thingy. So unfortunately, you know, it's just that thing out ish. It was not her that
You know
might
this
have.
person personally?
I've met her personally.
You know what Sabat Rogers?
No, guys.
Hey, let's do a little.
Kima!
My guys.
So now my view, ne, when it comes to entertainment, is that pure talent takes a back seat.
Yeah, definitely.
So, you know, there's this trend go TikTok, bare. Motho maybe I want to say higher, but guys, I can't deny it anymore. This is the music I listen to. Tell them to mamela fusion, jazz, mamela gospel, Sabo Zayoni and whatnot. Like, it seems
But
like
they
if
have
you,
to pretend.
yeah, it
in
seems
order
like
to
if
be
you don't
accepted
listen
by
to
society.
Amapiano and hip hop and R&B, then you're not cool. You're that forsaken person. You understand that? So I feel like it is, gatekeeping would be the wrong word, but it is diluting art. Why can't I listen to hip hop, gospel, without being judged?
That's why.
As a youthful person. And in life, I think it
That time-
sets expectations to a point that we end up failing in life.
That time Kagiso hates gospel. Just to put it out there. But anyway, continue.
Oh, it's about the squad.
I was about to say, he makes you sound like a satanist.
Nah, Nacho.
Hates.
Okay,
You know,
he despises it. He despises it.
That's even worse.
Okay. He dislikes it.
Dog.
What's that sound about gospel? I'll go back.
But what I'm saying ne, in life, ne, what that ends up doing ne, is that if you look at a lot of relationship, they failed because of cloud chasing. Like Ocho, and as soon as you walk into social media, people are already being influenced. Ne? Ocho, there's this. Let me speak it. It's not factual, but it's just an example using myself. Ocho, girl can chunela everything except the social media romantic type. And she will feel like I'm failing her in a relationship simply because of that. And as Kecho or a certain amount, I'm doing everything, but I can't take a fucking knife
fancy,
or
classy
get
restaurants
a
and
bouquet of flowers that have 200 rand notes.
Yes.
And she feels like I'm failing her.
Imagination.
But I'm doing everything.
Imagine Ari Wamufita because you don't post her. That time, everyone that you knows her.
Dog.
Practically.
And you don't post at all. You don't post at all, but everyone important in your life knows her. Understand?
Yeah,
So then you find someone a fitle, goitse a fitle, a vela kitse di flower, a shape a tswetabe. Understand?
Which
But
is always the case, by the way.
it
because
is. So they chasing that cloud, yeah, hore, something they can post about. Because security it doesn't give that comfort, yeah, something to brag about,
Yeah.
or it doesn't give that zhuzh, that niceness.
That
but what I'm
noise,
saying is that
yeah.
yes, only later on in life it catches on. Is like, actually I lost the real one,
The real
Ka ona, because
True.
now I was cloud chasing.
Yeah.
So both in entertainment and in life, in the long run you regret. At that point of time, it makes sense. So, Mina, that's my 2 cents when it comes to that.
So there's a thing that I once saw. I can't remember which podcast I was watching, and this person was it the podcast or was it an Uber driver? One of the two. But this person was saying, "Khove, there's a part of girls that is not maturing, which is the reason why no matter how stern a girl can be in something that they will say they'll never do, but there will still be a way to sway them. That's why if you persist long enough, you eventually going to hit. Even if Ngwanyano can akahana no, eventually, if you just need to be patient, it's like chasing success. Eventually, she's going to give in. Because
Ash, I wish you did not compare it to success. But anyway, continue, my brother.
Why not?
It's sending the wrong message.
What do you mean?
It just sounds like baddies are a success.
It just takes her having other experiences for her to give you a chance. For an example, it just takes someone else
To piss her
over. Fucking her over, and she comes back to cry to you because you're the person that's always been there. And that's your opportunity. And say, listen, fuck that nigga, come, let's go out. And then you get her drunk. So it's there's where was I going with this?
Where were you going back?
This guy took a wrong turn.
I was going somewhere. I can't remember where I was going with this. But I'm telling you, dog. Or the other thing I wanted to say about this situation is that is why I don't know how we're going to do it because we live in times of social media, but we need to build strong minds that are going to fight up against everything that is trying to sway us. Because, my nigga, you can say right now that you're not going to be swayed.
So
There's
I think
people that when Amapiano came in, they never liked them. But they listen to them now religiously. It's because it's in their face. There's people that will say, Rona, we are deep house heads. But they will play deep house, go groove. As soon as a popular Amapiano song comes in, it's them. They're up in their feet. So, you can never...
Yo, did you see that video where... Fuck, who's that hip-hop DJ?
From where?
Anadala. Like he was playing his set. Then Calvin Momo walks on stage. The crowd goes...
Speedster, I saw that.
Speedster, yeah. The crowd goes crazy. And you can see like the angriness in his face. Or nigga, you
just stole my shine.
Dog. But if you check the comments, people were like, sometimes hip hop DJs deserve that shit. Like he was playing DJ Khaled, all I do is win, no matter what.
But let me argue.
Nah, but come on, Gachiso.
Let me
you can't
argue.
really say that because you must remember with songs, you are trying to.
Fuck it, bro. You we can't all be hip hop DJs and be playing the same set.
But what I'm trying to say here is that remember when you're at Groove, the purpose is to accommodate the crew that is there. If you feel that your crowd is a crowd that would relate to a particular set of songs, then you will play those songs. Because I think it's very difficult for DJs to try and like get the nature of or the type of people that are in that vicinity at that time.
Bro, when last did you hear DJ Khaled Bamdala Kakului?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about.
I don't know.
Play this new trapsters, Joe.
There are, but I'm just saying. There are times when. But Luana, we've been to clubs where we sit there.
Let me tell you something about those new trapsters.
I was even going into hip hop.
We've literally been to clubs where they literally played house. I mean, not house, but R&B and maybe hip hop, and we are easily comfortable in gelling.
DJ Khaled.
And I don't want to talk about this because he's a DJ. He knows every fucking song on this fucking planet.
My man, let me say something about that.
I was just making an example and what you are leading to. But I wasn't bashing anyone or anything. Even in it's the comments. It's not even me.
So this guy, he's a DJ from the States, right? So you know this thing of playing a video and then stitching a video go TikTok. You know stitching, ne?
Yeah.
You know stitching, ne?
Yeah.
So this guy is teaching this other video of this girl saying, "Oh, you know what? We don't want to hear these hip hop songs. These fucking DJs, they're gonna play us Waka Flocka, no hands. Oh, fuck that. We wanna hear new stuff." And then this guy's teaching is like, the reason why that hip hop DJ is playing those songs is because of you guys. It's because when he drops that song in the club goes up.
Yeah,
But if
you know
he's
what I mean?
gonna drop a little baby or the baby or little
New
Yacht
song,
or
not
Lil
everybody
whatever,
has a
no one has time for that shit. No one is standing up. They're just gonna sit in their chairs and just continue drinking as if this is Metro FM playing in the background. But as soon as he brings in those kind of songs, the club goes up. So it's not a thing of these DJs they don't want to play new songs.
Yeah.
These
It's trying
kids
to
they're not
accommodate.
doing better songs.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're doing better songs. It's just not their time anymore. Anyway.
You're telling me if
But-
you can pop Drake on a club? The
No,
club-
Drake is Drake, dog.
But that's what I'm saying, Joe. You don't have to play every new bubblegum artist that comes by. Like the example I'm making at DJ Khaled. When last did you hear DJ Khaled? You're gonna play All I Do Is Win every set you go to.
No, those ones even.
Or every DJ that comes on a set, they're gonna play that song. Like how many new school hip hop have you jammed to?
Those ones are lazy. Ne? Mara. We can also agree the majority of the new songs is just bullshit.
Doc, even old
Locally and
even
organic.
old school. There's a huge catalog, bruh. You have your Kanye, you have
Yes, that's
you have
why I'm
your
saying
Drakes,
those ones
you have
are just
Bomam-
lazy.
There's a huge
Like
catalog.
there's so many songs from back in the day that are
Exactly.
popping.
It will be nostalgic. Go try that song. Oh fuck! It reminds me back then. You didn't expect that set to pop in.
Yeah.
It can be TBT hip hop.
You're right. With that part, you're right. I don't know what's the fascination, guy. All I do is win. There's a huge fascination here comes Zanzi about All I Do Is Win. Anyway.
I think it's just a track that involves quite a few artists.
Yeah, Mara,
it's
Mara,
like
it's
Touch
being
It, Bring
abused.
It Back. You know, that Touch It song, yeah, Busta Rhymes, it has a string of artists that are very much, you know, relevant or were relevant then. So, yeah, it just brings that whole thing. Everybody has a chance to be like, oh, I like this guy. Because, for instance, I was like a Lloyd Banks fan back then, you know? So, obviously, when Touch It came in and I heard Lloyd Banks on it, was that thing, oh, fuck.
Lloyd Banks has
actually,
always sounded weird to me.
it's fine. That's why I'm also weird to you. But anyway. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I could, like, relate to it simply because
Actually,
of that
coming to think of
artist.
it, you look like Lloyd Banks.
Fuck you, nigga.
You do. People were saying you look like Lloyd Banks.
No.
Well, you were like, fuck it, that's my guy now.
Nah, I didn't. But anyway. Nah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think people could just relate to whoever artist were their favorite who was actually on the track. And I think, Lee, All I Do Is Win is the same, ne?
Yeah,
There's like a few artists on that track.
Yeah, there's a remix of it.
Yeah,
where
Kilaban.
there's like gang people.
So, yeah, that's probably why, you know, Khole Jwal. Because I think
But still.
Busta Rhymes is also on that
Yeah,
on that
the remix.
remix, yeah. All I do is win.
But All I Do Is Win is being abused, though.
Fine, it might be abused, but maybe it's just how people receive it at clubs. Kilaban.
The DJs are lazy.
Yes, it could be that the DJs are lazy, but it probably also just, it goes back to saying, okay, what are people liking?
But Wabana, I don't want to lie to you. When it
Kasi
comes
lali
to
wena, eh,
when
All I
it,
Do Is
when
Win.
it comes to like new school hip hop, I'm fine. I'm not gonna play much of it.
But now, take it as though a huge portion of your crowd come out 2000.
But they still know All I Do Is Win those 2000s.
Yes, but they don't fucks with it.
Manega.
Those people, bro.
What controls
There's
me?
a reason
the majority
Ribabita
of the
must
crowd.
screw.
Mamel, what controls me?
But remember,
the
ne,
crowd.
sometimes ne, the club only goes up on the intro, but not on the song. So utole Sister Bettina, the crowd will go, yes. Then utole halfway, it's just
Nah,
quiet.
they
And
sing
honestly
along.
speaking, Leona's sister
No, I'm just
Bettina is
making
like,
an
All I Do Is
example.
Win. Like lona mfana say re tlapetse. But as soon as he can, wanyiwa.
I think it's one of those songs that you can use to live up the club.
But it's the same
That means
thing
your
with All I
skill
Do
is
Win.
whack, Joe.
Exactly.
That means your skill is whack.
You are saying that
you need an upper to
they are lazy
No,
for playing All I Do Is Win.
Remember, you don't need. Remember, as a DJ dog, you need to. I shouldn't be coming with the catalog of songs that are safe songs. I need to come with the.
Those songs are safety nets if the crowd is not fucking with you.
That's why you need to come with the playlist.
That's why they whack.
Meaning, Hori, you're not gonna sway into anything. You must.
Whatever
understand-
we have a problem. Rakura. Then I'm beating you back into Ukapi. Fuck it. Because I'm now losing the first fight. I need to come with something.
Collocationing. Mfana, township is just a funny place. Collocationing, there's people that when you fight with them and you actually moor them, they'll go and fetch their imaginary guns and saying, Yabo, yang sona this pamsa.
So
Imaginary gun.
Yabo, yang sona this pamsa. Now go
You never come back after that.
He's
shit.
gone. He's gone. He's just trying to make sure
and since man.
Maniga, there's nothing.
All right, guys. We were.
So sweet over Baton Tunya. And what's it going to because of Mushai? Utsama, Mushai. So sweet.
And not low press of it. But anyway, guys, I think we're wrapping up. Any BTWs?
Nah.
From your side, Gahizo?
Nah. I think DJ Kenneth ended up, it was supposed to be a BTW.
Yeah,
It ended up
it sounded like a
a
BTW.
topic on its own.
We just off ramp today.
Nah. All right. Now, no stress. All right, Street Squad, thank you very much for tuning in. You are watching Global Streetz Live. And we are out of here.